existential question. How would South Africans have felt about the future if the whole country was heading in the same direction as Cape Town, Midvaal, Umgeni, Kocha, and other places that have a solid DA majority? How would international investors have looked at South Africa if the national government did not tolerate corruption and embraced the private sector as a partner in the growth and jobs agenda, just like the Western Cape government does? What would South Africa's global reputation have been if we had sided with Ukraine and the free world against Russian aggression, like all DA governments have done? And while I do not suggest for a moment that DA governments are perfect, they certainly are not, I'm confident that most people would be far more hopeful about South Africa's future if the national government delivered honest, quality services at the same level that the Western Cape, Midvaal, Umgeni, and other DA municipalities do. And rather than being in danger of becoming once again the skunk of the world due to the ANC's support for the criminal invasion of Ukraine, I suspect that our country's global standings will be trending upwards if we had done the right thing by standing up strongly against Russian aggression. You are allowed to clap. To my mind, there can be little doubt that a South Africa on the same positive path as DA-run governments like Cape Town, we would have had a country on the up. A country making progress in overcoming serious challenges and growing ever more confident in our ability to become the world-class winning nation that we dreamed of in 1994. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that the reality of South Africa that we inhabit today is very far removed from that vision. As we gear up now for President Cyril Ramaphosa's 5th State of the Nation address since the ousting of Jacob Zuma, we need to take a full step back and view that period now in its entirety. Because it's very easy to get carried away by the shiny new baubles. No doubt the brand new 10-point plan, the newly announced task team, a new commission here or there, the new czars that will be appointed, and of course the dreams. We get those every single year. Who can forget the bullet train, which we're still waiting to see? But the reality is that Cyril Ramaphosa was sworn into office as president 5 years ago. And we have to find ways to bring in new investments. And we have to be able to help more and more South Africans move into the only giver of real dignity in this country, a job. And the reality is we have no time left to waste. But the sadness is that when you look at every single performance on every single critical metric over the past 5 years, it shows that we are doing none of these things. And that in fact South Africa is year after year regressing. And arguably the most telling of these metrics is the hours of the days that we spent under load shedding, which is a fancy way of saying blackouts. Because this is by far the single biggest impediment to investment and growth. So let's look at those figures over the course of the term of Mr. Ramaphosa. In 2018, South Africa spent a total of 6 days under load shedding. Since then, it has gone up every single year. First to 22 days, then 35 days. And in 2021, we spent 48 days under load shedding. But it was last year, 2022, when the wheels really came off, and our country spent an incredible 157 days